newborn boys would cry hysterically whenever they saw her, but would immediately quiet down in the presence of their grandmother. Instead of being suspicious of this strange behavior, she smirked because she had been reborn. On the day she gave birth, her husband supposedly died in a car accident. After his death, she struggled to raise the two boys on her own, and eventually, they both got into top universities. But at their graduation celebration, the husband, thought dead for 20 years, suddenly appeared with another woman, claiming she was the boys' real mother. Only then did the wife realize the shocking truth. The two boys she had lovingly raised weren't her biological children, but the offspring of her husband and this scheming woman. Worse yet, the ungrateful sons had known all along and even helped their father transfer all of her assets. The betrayal was too much. She died from a heart attack, full of hatred and regret. But when she opened her eyes again, she had returned to the day of her childbirth, 20 years ago. Before she could even react, her father-in-law came in with a sorrowful face, telling her that her husband had died in a car crash. Looking at her in-laws' poor acting, the wife was filled with rage. In her past life, she had foolishly believed them and handed over the funeral arrangements, only to help her husband fake his death. Now, fate had given her another chance. This time, she vowed to make them all pay. Feigning sorrow, she told her in-laws she would raise the boys no matter what. They believed she bought the lie and quickly let their guard down. That night, as they dozed off, her hands unconsciously reached for the babies' necks. 18 years flew by. Under her deliberate grooming, the boys once again got into prestigious universities. She eagerly told her in-laws and invited them to the celebration banquet. The next morning, the in-laws arrived early, full of pride at their well-raised grandsons. Just as the wife was about to seat them, her father-in-law pulled her aside, saying that since the boys were leaving for overseas, she'd be alone in the big house. They proposed moving in with her. The wife looked troubled and said she had wanted to take care of them, but she had already sold the house. She showed them the contract. The in-laws were furious. How could she sell it without telling them? She calmly explained it was for the boys' future. Overseas education would cost a lot. Still, they insisted on managing the house money for her. She said the money had already been placed in an education fund 3 days ago, accessible only by the boys. Seeing that the money would eventually be theirs through the boys, the in-laws grinned maliciously. Then came the banquet. The wife stepped on stage to host, just as the long-dead husband entered with the scheming woman. He declared that the parents of these two excellent students should be present, especially since they were the biological ones. Guests were shocked. Wasn't he dead? The sons asked their mother what was going on. The husband put his arm around the other woman and claimed she was their real mother. The boys were stunned. They turned to their grandmother, who confirmed the story, and even accused the wife of staging the car accident to kill her husband. The guests believed them. They didn't blame the husband. They condemned the wife as a poisonous woman. The husband took the opportunity to present divorce papers, demanding she leave everything behind. The wife signed without hesitation. She even offered to be the host of his wedding to the mistress, and gave her own wedding ring to the woman as a gift. She smiled and gave them her blessing. Thinking the plan had succeeded, they told her to get lost. But little did they know, they had fallen right into her trap. Then, the wife announced she had invited two very special guests to attend this wedding. All eyes turned in anticipation.